So looking at the lower time frames, I think in the main scenario that we need an impulse, which means it is made out of 5 waves, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. 1 and 2 is already finished, and we are in the third, which is underway. Of this third, we saw 1, 2, 3, and are currently now in the 4 and waiting for 5. That would mean that we need 2 more lows before the correction is over. Previously, I thought that the high was here. This 4 was over here, which still is a possibility. We have the possibility that we have a 4 here and a 5 down here in a truncation. A truncation generally is not really likely, but it can happen if the previous move is really steep, which we had here, and if the following move is really strong, which it appears to be. So it could be that we have this 4, 5, meaning this 3 is over here and we are already in this 4. But it doesn't matter which scenario we are in, I think we need to see at least 1 more low, more likely 2 more lows. In a bullish scenario, this could be the alternative, where we have not an impulse, we have an A, B, C, with C being an expanding ending diagonal. All the requirements are met here. The only thing that's slightly an issue is how deep it dropped below the target area, and in addition that volume increased and spiked on the low, which is not really typical for these ABC structures. It is more typical for these impulses which we saw here. It is really typical to have an increase towards the 3 of 3 and a volume spike at the low of 3 of 3. Taking a look at the really recent move which occurred yesterday, it is clear today from X that all the analysts are not really sure how to count this. The consensus was that this is corrective, meaning we need to see a lower low below this red line. Everybody pretty much believed that that needed to happen, so yeah, people were caught off guard, me including. I think the most likely is that there is some really weird impulse countable here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, which means we might have 1 or a and then we 2 and a B over here, and now we could either be corrective or impulsive. From the lower time frames, both are possible. I believe that we are in this bearish scenario, which would align with the count that we previously saw, that we have the C over here, a 4 wave, and then we see the 5 down pretty soon. This one would be the bullish alternative, fitting to the one we discussed earlier, the extension alternative, meaning we have a 1, a 2, and then a 3. This 3 target area needs to be hit, is currently at minimum 104K. This needs to be reached in an impulsive manner with support from volume ideally, and that's the thing why I think that we are bearish. We have not really seen an increase in volume. This first wave here so far has the same volume pretty much as this move up. It's not really increased. That is typical for zigzags, for ABC structures, where the volume is flat over the entire move. And in impulses, meaning this is 3, we would expect increase in volume with a spike on the top of the third wave. There are possibilities where you count this as an ABC, so a W and then an X here and then a Y. Y would mean that we have here an A and then a B and then a C. Possible as well. In this case, I think it's best to just wait and see what happens. It is important to have your invalidation zones ready, or areas. To me, these are the wave 1 lows. This 4 gets invalidated above 98.9k, and this this other 4 over here, this bigger 4, gets invalidated above 103.5, 103.6 k. Until we hit or cut into those lines, my main expectation is that we need to see 1 or 2 more lows before the correction is over. So to summarize, I think that we need to wait and see if we surpass these invalidation lines. Until we do, main expectation is still we need 1 or 2 more lower lows. After that, there should be some sort of bullish reaction, either like a semi-bullish one with an expanded flat, a more bearish one in a combination, or a really bullish one in an extension. No matter how it goes, if wave 2 is found, I expect a really bullish move up, which should give us over the next years and decades extremely good returns for Bitcoin. So thank you very much for watching my first video. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something, and I hope some things are clearer now. In case there are questions, I hope to find you in the comments under the video or on my X. And yeah, I'm open to suggestions, I'm open to critique, and yeah, I hope you have luck on the market.